The blast in Aden Harbor, the USS Cole attack 2000. The stillness before the storm. The camera glides over the calm waters of Aden Harbor, Yemen, on the morning of October 12, 2000. The sun is high, the sea is quiet, and the U.S. Navy destroyer USS Cole rests alongside a refueling berth. It is a routine stop. A pause. A breath. No one knows that within minutes, the stillness will be shattered. The approach. Cut to a small, seemingly harmless fiberglass boat drifting toward the massive steel hull of the destroyer. Two men aboard wave cheerfully at the sailors on deck. The sailors wave back. The boat edges closer, closer. Inside the hull of that tiny craft lies more than 1,000 pounds of C4 explosives, shaped and packed with precision. At 11:18 a.m., the world erupts. The blast. A deafening explosion tears a 40 by 60-foot gash into the port side of the USS Cole. The shockwave rips through the galley where sailors are lining up for lunch. Metal bends. Decks buckle. Water floods in. 17 American sailors are killed instantly or trapped in the twisted wreckage. 37 more are wounded. The ship lists. Smoke rises. Chaos reigns. But the crew fights back, against fire, against flooding, against despair. For 3 days, they battle to keep their ship alive. The cause, a long shadow of terror. This was no random act. The attack was orchestrated by al-Qaeda, the same network that had already attempted to bomb another U.S. ship, the USS the Sullivans, earlier that year. That attempt failed only because the attackers overloaded their boat and it sank before detonation. They salvaged the explosives, refitted the boat, and waited for another target. That target was the USS Cole. The operation was part of al-Qaeda's escalating campaign against the United States, an ominous precursor to the attacks that would follow in the years ahead. The perpetrators. The investigation, one of the largest overseas deployments in FBI history, quickly identified the masterminds. More than 100 FBI agents flew into Yemen, working with local authorities to track down the network behind the bombing. Key figures included Jamal al-Badawi, a trained al-Qaeda operative, later killed in a U.S. airstrike. Fahd al-Quso, another planner, also killed in a later U.S. strike. Tawfiq bin Attash, a senior al-Qaeda member, later captured and held in U.S. custody. Abd al-Rahim al-Nashiri, tried in absentia in Yemen and sentenced to death, later charged by U.S. military prosecutors. These men had trained in Afghanistan, studied U.S. naval routines, and waited for the perfect moment. The aftermath, a world reacts. The USS Cole, wounded but afloat, was eventually transported back to the United States aboard the heavy-lift ship MV Blue Marlin. The attack forced the U.S. Navy to re-evaluate its rules of engagement, especially during port calls in high-risk regions. It also exposed vulnerabilities in asymmetric warfare, how a small boat could cripple a billion-dollar warship. Internationally, the attack deepened scrutiny on Yemen's internal security and al-Qaeda's growing reach. Years later, courts would hold Sudan liable for supporting al-Qaeda, leading to compensation agreements for the families of the fallen sailors. My personal connection. During this time I was stationed in an airbase in Oman. My airbase, silent one moment, suddenly roars to life. Aircraft scramble. Medical teams rush. The casualties from the USS Cole are being flown in. This is where my personal memory intersects with global history. The human cost of the attack is no longer an abstract headline, it is real, immediate, and unfolding before your eyes. The echoes of Aden. The USS Cole attack stands as a stark reminder of the evolving face of global conflict. A reminder that danger can come in the smallest of vessels. A reminder that vigilance is not optional. And for Truth Frame, it is a story of memory, warning, and the human cost of geopolitical storms.